What's up, YouTube? So, quick one. I want to point out something very important that could be a game changer to you as a trader. And these are things, or let me say, this is something that I do, and it has made me a lot of money. So, I will advise you to watch this video to the end. And if you want to learn more or you want to become very profitable as a trader, I will suggest you subscribe to this channel. Okay, subscribe to the channel. Just click the subscription button, click the notification bell so that when I drop videos, you get to see it and you get to take advantage of the values in those videos. Okay. That being said, so let me just show you what I want to say. You see, a lot of you traders, I mean newbies, you make mistakes a lot, and the mistake is based on the fact that you don't capitalize on news, and even the way you use news is very ridiculous. Okay, it's very very funny. Funny enough, when I started using trading, I also use to use news that way. But then later I realized that it's actually very ridiculous, very funny. So I'm going to tell you why. First of all, let me start with what's actually going on now. Why I said you should capitalize on news is, if you are a trader and you don't take news into consideration, or you don't take advantage of news, I tell you, you are not a professional trader, and you are not. So now let's take a look at this. When Trump came in, you've been hearing about Trump trying to smash some kind of tariff on Mexico, Canada, China, 25% Mexico, and I think 25% Canada, 10% China, with the existing tariff that has been placed on China goods or products coming into US. Now, if you are a professional trader, the question you should ask yourself is, if Trump is doing this, what is going to be the impact of this on US economy and the countries involved? Canada, how is it going to affect their currency, Canadian dollar? How is it going to affect their economy? Okay. US, how is it going to affect the US economy? How is it going to affect the stock market? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. And then when you do, you tend to, when you do and you see what these countries are doing now, because now, even when Trump said he's going to smash them with a tariff, what are they going to do in return? Now, these countries have also said that they are going to retaliate, with their own tariff. So the question now is, what is going to happen? These are the questions you need to ask yourself as a trader, and then take advantage of it. With this, we are going to have some kind of trade war, economic war, trade war, either you call it trade war, where every one of them is sanctioning each other with tariffs and all those stuff, which is exactly happening, which I think is already happening. Now, what happened is, when something like this happens, even US is going to experience what we know as inflation. Some businesses, some certain, like automobiles, some certain sector of the economy will definitely experience some negative uh, some negativity. Okay, but the question is, when this thing is happening, what do you think investors are going to do? This is going to bring some level of uncertainty in equity markets, in forex markets. That is what it's going to cause, because you don't know how hard, how it's going to affect, how strong it's going to affect. We know it's going to affect many of these sectors. So what do you think investors are going to do? Most investors are going to move their money into some safe haven assets like gold. So you, as a trader, want to capitalize on that and considering buying gold. So as I'm talking to you right now, since last week now, I've been buying gold and I've been making a lot of money, tons of money from it, just by capitalizing on this issue. So as a trader, you want to learn to capitalize on news. You want to learn to capitalize on what is going on globally. Okay? Take for example, I don't trade forex anymore. I don't trade currencies anymore. Now I trade stocks market, commodities like gold, crude oil. Those are the things that I trade now, and coins, bitcoins, cryptos rather. Now the question now is this: how does it? Yes, this morning now when I woke up, I already predicted. If you are in my Telegram group, you will see all these things. I told my guys on Telegram group that stock market is likely going to experience some, like S&P 500, Nasdaq is going to slump. And when we woke up this morning, you see the gap down, serious gap down. It fell seriously. Okay, it fell seriously because uh, investors are going to react to that. They are going to react to the fact that Canadian government are going to they are planning to sanction US too with their tariff. Mexico is going to do the same thing, and US is also going to. They are also planning to give a sanction European Union with some tariff. You know, this thing is going to shake the market somehow. There is no way. So you as a trader, as a result, you want to stay away from some equity market and probably put your money into some safe haven assets. And that is exactly what some of these big investors are doing right now. That is why gold has been running out since last week to the upside. So you as a trader, when you understand these things, you want to take advantage of it. So my first secret is capitalizing on this kind of situation. I've actually done it with crude oil before, even when Israel was planning to attack, what's it called, Iran, after Iran tried strike them with some doing based on Hamas war and all those kind of things. I took advantage of crude oil during those periods, and I bought crude oil several times, and I made money from it because that is going to have such effect on crude oil. Okay, so that being said, that is the first thing I want you to understand. Try to leverage on news. Okay, try to leverage on news. That is the first thing. The second thing is that majority of traders just look at high impact news. We know there's nothing wrong if you look at high impact news if you are a trader trading on lower time frame like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or maybe 1 hour. Yeah, you can look on your high impact news and take advantage of that. Okay, and it is also okay if you are trading currencies and you want to enter a trade and you try to confirm if because it is not ideal, like there's going to be news, high impact news, 2 minutes, and during that period of time you want to enter market. It is not ideal. You want to at least wait for the news to happen, then you enter the market. Although you can enter market hours before an high impact news, that is fine. But for stock traders like myself, people who trade basket of stocks like S&P 500 indices, name US 30, Russell 2000, and all those kind of stuff, or stocks generally, or yeah, you don't necessarily before you don't necessarily have to jump out or jump in out of trade. You don't even need to pay. You don't even need to pay attention to those high impact news. High impact news normally, if you are trading on a higher time frame, it's just going to cause a knee jerk in the market. And after that knee jerk, like what I mean by that is market is just going to react briefly, and after that market continues doing what it's supposed to do. Market will continue, although the data that came out might have effect in the market in the long run, but not immediately. It's going to have immediate effect, like market is going to react to it immediately, but after that market is going to be calm. Later investor can then try to factor in the data that came out and then try to capitalize on it. That is the long-term effect. So if you are a higher time frame trader like myself, like a swing trader, when those news, like me, when those kind of high impact news comes, maybe CPI is coming, Kinecon is coming, I'm in a trade, I don't go out. Okay, I don't go out. And if the news is coming hours before I say good entry, I will still take the trade and hold my position. You will see that the trade will come in, react, and then after that market continue to do its thing. Maybe later on, if the CPI or whatever it is that came out, maybe other investors, big investors can then factor in the data that came in and consider, okay, is this market going to, and most of the time, based on the fact that I trade stocks, some of these things don't eventually have effect on the stock market. They rarely, because stock market most of the times is based on the earnings of the companies. Most of the time. So basically that's it. I just want you to learn to take advantage of stuff like this, okay, and do it the right way. So I believe this video is helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want to join my mentorship class, check the link in the bio. So see you in my next video.